Okay, we're going to demold some plaster tiles, and then I'll show you about demolding tiles that were made with concrete. And it's basically the same type of mold. Plaster does not shrink as much as concrete or the sand mix, so consequently it's a little more difficult to get it out. If you find that you are having difficulty, you can leave the plaster in the mold for an extra day or so, and go from there. Basically, you've got to be careful because you don't want to twist the plastic too much, the ABS, even though it is strong and flexible. You can get carried away. There is a certain technique to it. Okay, first thing you do is want to peel off any excess plaster from the top. Flip the mold over like this, and the easiest way I found is if you hold both sides and use your thumbs to just press the corner out a little bit here. Do the same thing here. Press the corner out a little bit, then flex it just a tad. Okay, come over to this side. Same thing, press, hold both sides and press, then go to the middle. And then you can pretty much just kind of wiggle it little by little, and out she comes. Okay. The other thing that I always do is take on the edge of in this case it's a Formica top, is to take that rough edge here. Once the plaster gets really hard, this is going to get really, really sharp and hard and cut you. So what you want to do is, hopefully you can see that, just take that edge and just get the sharpness off of it, and that'll make it a lot safer to utilizing that. Now with the concrete, you're going to see a big difference. Let me use this one. What you want to do is be very careful when you're pulling them over, because these will fall out. The concrete tiles will fall out if you just flip them over, and chance of them breaking because they're still kind of vulnerable. Basically, just lift it up like this, hold it in, flip it over, boom. Really difficult, not. And same thing, just take the edge off. It is very sharp. Okay. Now the plaster tiles, you really don't have to be concerned about curing like you do with the concrete. So the plaster, you pretty much just put it out, let it dry, breezeway, sun, whatever. Doesn't matter, it's already basically pre-cured. With concrete, you still want to cure it, even though it may be thin, you still want to cure it properly. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll seal it in a plastic bag and put it out, maybe not in direct sun, but where it's warm. And the temperature, once you get that temperature rising up, it does cure a lot faster. When you're below, let's say 40 degrees, it can take a heck of a long time to cure. It takes a heck of a long time to set up. So keep that in mind. Temperature and water content, those are the two main concerns with concrete tile and stone or pavers or whatever. Plaster is just a heck of a lot easier, but you're limited. You can't use plaster tiles on a floor. You're pretty much looking at vertical surfaces, a surface where you're on a wall. Other than that, it's flexible. You can do the exact same thing. You can color integrally if you want to mix some color inside the plaster as you're making it, or you can stain it, you can paint it. As long as you put a good sealer on there, you're covered. And that's pretty much it.